Now let us, for task 8, let's consider some harder expressions to expand. And in this case, we're going to start getting the squared terms because we're going to multiply a letter by itself. And when we multiply a letter by itself, we use the squared term. So that's what we want to get comfortable with now. So x multiplied by x, that's what, remember, expand means to multiply out. So we have x multiplied by x, and that is represented as x to the power of 2, x squared, that little 2 at the top. So if I had a multiplied by a, that would be a squared. If I had b multiplied by b, that would be b squared. That's the pattern that we're following. That's the pattern, the model I want you to be working with. Okay. The second term, there shouldn't be an issue there. We had x multiplied by positive 2, so we get the positive 2x. The new bit we're introducing is the idea of using a power. Here for D, we have a more difficult one, more complex one. I don't like using the word difficult. Difficult is relative, but it's a more complex expression. We have numbers to multiply and letters to multiply. You can't put them together. I think it's 2x multiplied by 3x. The way I tend to like to see it and advise is 3 2s are 6. That's my 6. X multiplied by x. And I should have not put it at the top, so I'll just, hopefully that makes it a bit clearer. 2x by 3x, 3 2s are 6, x times x is x squared. The 3 times the 2, multiplying the numbers, multiplying the letters, and because it's all multiplication, we put the numbers and letters together. That's how we're getting the 6x squared. Then for the second multiplying out, it's 2x multiplied by minus 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2x is 4x. And we have the negative sign, so we stick with the negative sign. Or minus 2 multiplied by 2x minus 4x. So that's where that's coming from. You have those examples there. I'm now going to ask you to work through some of these following this model. And obviously, again, remember, it's video. You can watch that again and pause and really take it in at the pace that's right for you. It's not class where you don't have that flexibility. Okay, so take advantage of there are benefits of doing this. We have 6 questions here for you to try. 6 for you to try. So you should have paused and you're working through these. You're working through these. Let's see. You should have paused. You should have had it go. I'm going to start doing them. It's the kind of questions where writing down the answers, I could write down the answer, but I'll just go through them. So x multiplied by x is x squared plus 3x. That's the first one that you should have had. Please mark your work. You should be writing questions down and going through the work in your book. Not only are you practicing maths, you're preparing for a written exam, and you're doing that by writing, okay? That's the whole idea. That's what we expect from this. So for part B, x multiplied by 6x, that will give me 6x squared. The x times x is giving me x squared. And then x times plus 1 will give me plus x. So 6x squared plus x is what we're getting there. Moving on here, what do we have? We have 2x times 4, which will give us 8x. And then the 2x times minus x. I'm going to have the minus sign, and 2x times x will give me 2x squared. So 8x minus 2x squared. For E, 6x multiplied by 2x. What's 6x multiplied by 2x? 6 2s are 12. X times x is x squared. So we're getting 12x squared. And then when we do the 6x multiplied by 4, positive 4, so plus 24x. It's 6x being quadrupled. Now we have G. How did you get on with G? 11x times x is 11x squared. Then 11x multiplied by minus 3 is minus 33x. That's what you have for G. And finally, H. If you didn't, last one for you to try. on your own on this. Really, is it? Or what do I have planned? You know what I have planned, yeah? We're going to look at how well you did on this and decide if you do more. Come on, I think you're starting to get into routine by this now. So H, 14x times 2. If I double it, I get 28. X, double 14. And then, when you're thinking, hey, come on, 14 times tables, 14 times 3, 4 3s are, and remember, multiplication is repeated addition. So if you need to add, you're adding. 4 3s are 12. What am I doing? I know the answer is 42. I'm carrying over to 1. 1 3 is 3 and 1 is 4. So 42 is what you will get either way. Even if you did the addition, you'll get 42. So it is plus 42x squared. 42x squared. 28x, doubling 14x, plus 42x squared. So those are the 6 answers you should have had. And what are we going with? We want 4 or more. So if you have greater than or equal to 4 as your score, does that sound cool? Greater than or equal to 4 out of 6. If that's what you have, greater than or equal to 4 out of 6, move on to task 9. You're going on to task 9. If you do not have greater than or equal to 4, do 3 more. Come on. Practice makes perfect, so do these. If you've got 4, 5, or 6 right before you move the by, I'll see you in task 9. Here we go for 3 more. Pause the video. I've gone through lots of these. Come on, try and do these for yourself. You're multiplying out. What are we doing? You should have paused and had to go, but if you didn't, I'm giving you some encouragement. You're multiplying out. Those are your 2 multiplications you're going to have there, the different colors. We're multiplying out. Those are the 2 multiplications you have to do using the different colors. Multiplying out. Those are the 2 different multiplications you need to do. That word expand means to multiply out. That's the idea behind expanding, multiplying out. So how do we get it? 3x multiplied by 3x, we have 3, and we're multiplying a letter by itself, x times x, so that's x squared. And then x has to be multiplied by minus 2 to get minus 2x. That's what we're looking at. Continuing, we have 5x multiplied by 3x. Deal with the numbers first. 5 3s are? That's right, 5 3s are 15. And then x times x is x squared. 5 times 3 is 15. X times x is x squared. Then finally, 7 5s are 35. It's a minus sign. Minus 7 times 5 minus 35, and we have the x minus 35x. And part I, we had the square term comes second. So 6 4 is 24. 6 4 is 24. So 6x times 4 is 24x. And then finally, that final multiplication, minus 2x squared. We have the x times x. So minus 2x squared is what you should have there. And that these from a foundation paper perspective, if we're thinking about foundation and single brackets, this is as far as it should go for a foundation paper. As we move on now to task 9, what we're interested in, double brackets, and those are the big boys of foundation. They're critical for the higher paper for mastering double brackets, but they're very much on the top end for the foundation paper. That's what we're going to be looking at task 9. If you've gotten this far and you can expand these, you're looking really, really good in terms of up to foundation GCSE. We're going to take it to the top of foundation GCSE to the key skill for higher in task 9.